With just a few hours left of the week, ADA price enters a critical next 72 hours. All the while, total value locked on Cardano falls. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Thank you for cruising by. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the Cardano video. This is Cardano on the weekly chart. This is why the next, in my view, in my opinion, this is why the next 72 hours are important right here. What we see going on with the MACD, just meeting that signal line, the blue line meeting that red line right there. Gonna talk about it. Going to break it down. On the daily chart, we're going to break this down as well. What is going on? What is in this longer term story that we're trying to see unfold, namely a bullish reversal after 6 to 7 months of downtrend? What is happening right here at this exact area that Cardano trades going into even the next few days to end out this week? So we're going to discuss all of that. Before we do, I want to visit Cardano total value locked. This is what we're looking at. It's not just the good days, everyone. I am committed to covering Cardano, even from a price perspective. And you've seen it. Price is down for months and months. I'm here to cover it, right? The good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly, whatever's going on with Cardano. So we're tracking total value locked on Cardano. We've been tracking it, and we're going to continue tracking this story unfold as well. And right now, it hasn't. It's for the last couple months, it's kind of been all-time highs over and over again every time I do an update. But here we are. There's a nice little dip in terms of total value locked. So I want to put it into perspective though, because it's just like the charts and price. If you're just looking at like a short-term move, you're just gonna not have full context to what is actually taking place, right? So first off, Cardano price is down. So when you have price of the actual protocol down, obviously the value of assets on that locked in the smart contracts going to be down as well, right? So that's part of it. But I think a bigger part of it is kind of a macro shot of what this is going to be like. This ride, this total value locked DeFi ride is going to be like. It's going to be volatile. It's going to have its ups and downs. It's not just going to be one straight line to the upside. And I actually found another DeFi protocol that offers a really, really good chart. A lot of you are going to be like, dude, why are you comparing? I'm not comparing. But I am using the data from Luna to really illustrate what I'm talking about here in its own growth that it's seen, right? Luna is number 2 behind Ethereum in total value locked, $28.78 billion. So what I want to say is check this out and especially apply this, what we're seeing here, to Cardano. A year ago, March 20th, here's April 1st, a year ago, Luna sitting at 1 billion, just over 1 billion TVL. And 1 year later, it's at 28 billion. Now look at the growth of it, right? There were these dips along the way of this happening. And my light just went out. It's not the first time that's happened, but it's okay. You don't need to see me. So TVL, it just you see these dips along the way, right? It's really a story of higher highs and higher lows. Some dips bigger than others, but this is a growth of a network, and that's what's happening here. And I think we're going to see the same thing happen with Cardano. In my view, it's really not a big deal. It's normal. We just have to monitor it and just track it. All of these projects that are coming online, you see these DEXs down here. We're going to see fluctuation in the markets, and we're going to see fluctuation in terms of the assets that are locked on Cardano. So wanted to get that out there and really to highlight all of this, I think, and to really set the foundation and set the tone for what's getting ready to happen in terms of Cardano DeFi. This couldn't come at any better timing. This is March 31st, today, news. Wave Financial launches $100 million Cardano DeFi Ecosystem Growth Fund. Look at that. Cardano and its DeFi capabilities almost became a lore of the past after a few months of the Alonzo hard fork, but now that lore seems to be turning into reality, with more and more projects and supporters emerging to advance the Cardano DeFi ecosystem. If you've been a long-term holder of ADA and you've been tracking Cardano, it didn't just become a reality now that we're starting to really see the growth. it's been a reality. We've known this is getting ready to happen even before it was happening. So it goes on. Wave Financial Digital Asset Investment Management Company announced the launch of their $100 million Wave ADA Yield Fund. This fund will be used for backing the development of new Cardano-based decentralized finance applications and platforms. It goes on. This is pretty cool. Said to be the first pure liquidity provisioning fund in the crypto space. The CEO of Wave Financial, David Seimer, stated during the announcements that our new fund will support the new decentralized exchanges, lending protocols, and stablecoin issuers building on Cardano. Each of these decentralized applications adds to the strong foundation of the Cardano blockchain and as it realizes a fully functional and diverse ecosystem. As it realizes a fully functional and diverse ecosystem. This is awesome, everybody. We've been tracking Cardano and it's just coming. It is just coming into play. Everything that we've just said would happen once smart contracts have arrived, it's slowly just happening. The building blocks of the blockchain continuing just to stack on top of each other. Projects building, even the community coming together, the community growing, just people coming on board. Here's this. We've been tracking the total addresses on Cardano, 5.05 million. It's going to be at 5.1 million soon, and we're going to be at 5.2, 5.5, 6 million. The growth of this 10 million is going to continue, in my opinion. Let's pivot over to the charts. Let's talk about this. So this is a weekly chart, and before we do, everybody, this is not financial advice. This is the data. I'm just like you, meaning I have no idea what's going to happen next, but I like to be prepared, and that's why I do these videos. That's why I track these charts. So here's the bullish move, right? The MACD cross above the signal line right there, the blue line above the red. And if you zoom in, it has happened, right? And the thing is, and this is why I say it's a critical next 72 hours, is we're seeing on Cardano, we've talked about this, the 20-week moving average resistance, we're seeing that resistance right now. And we've kind of been seeing it all week long. You see the wick above it, and there's a little bit of a concern. I would say more on the shorter term, right? That there's going to be rejection at the 20-week moving average. And if that happens, if this week closes red, there could be kind of rejection on this momentum oscillator, the MACD as well. And this green, look how small that little green is above the 0 line on the histogram, could very well start trending back into the red. So we want to keep an eye on that. And I think what happens in the next 3 days is really important in regards to that, because we know what we want to see. We want to see just the typical crypto reversal after just massive oversold and just into kind of a bullish trend. We want to see that. And that is 100% still in play. And you can just see, I mean, this is the most oversold here on the weekly Cardano has actually ever been, obviously, on the MACD. So you can just see what that looks like. And this is why the next few days here, as I do this video, we just opened a new daily candle 11 minutes ago. So it literally is around, I would say, around 72 hours. So it all starts here, though. And this is kind of where it's going to play out. This is going to give us a really nice sense of the longer term trajectory of Cardano, I think. And that's this. And we've been talking about this exact thing that's happening right now. This was from the other day. This was basically talking about Cardano. It was $1.19 when I did the video. I think we wicked a little higher than that maybe the day before. But talking about Cardano, just that throwback to these moving averages you see on the screen. I'm not going to play a clip, but we're looking for that consolidation into those moving averages. And really, it's just the biggest thing that we have to continue to track right now as Cardano trades at $1.14. So if we zoom in, you can just see now. Well, actually, let's see. So the 20-day moving average didn't even seem to be crossing the 50-day just yet as I was doing that video. It was getting ready to. Now, here we are, and you can see the 20-day moving average has crossed above the 50-day, and that's great to see that. But this entire area is so open. It is just 100% open for a throwback for ADA to that area. We see it time and time again in crypto. The good thing here is, if we're really looking at this chart, the 20-day moving average crossed below the 50-day moving average all the way in September, and not once did it cross back above, right? So this is a huge, huge macro move. And I'm talking, I don't care if Cardano comes down and sees another leg down. This is a huge move because this is the starting point of that longer term reversal that we're looking for. Obviously, we want the reversal to happen very quickly, meaning boom, 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 boom. We want that. But how often does that really happen, right? This could be a slow, grueling thing. Maybe we get the bounce here at these moving averages and it's just sideways and we're getting the compression of the moving averages along with it and we just have to be patient. Or maybe we're getting even a steeper dip below the moving averages and then we're putting in a higher low from this low, right? And we're testing those areas. We really have to track this daily. But I think what's most important and really why I'm doing this update again on this is to continue to prepare for that volatility to the downside. Yes, of course, we want to see that continued uptrend. But if you zoom out on a daily Cardano chart, really, it's always being pulled into these moving averages. Look at the green 20-day moving average. Look at the blue 50-day moving average. Cardano, even in these uptrends, it just pulls into it, right? Boom. Even with these dips. Look at that dip all the way down to the 50-day moving average. It just pulls into it before the next leg up. And so even here, it pulls and consolidates into these moving averages with pretty big dips while it's happening before that next really nice leg up. If we even measure this, and I'm just kind of freestyling this chart right now, just swing high to swing low, that's a 30% dip on its way to about to explode to the upside. So be careful for these things. But at the end of the day, what we're looking for is just support above these moving averages, whether it's a 20-day or 50-day. We're looking for support as Cardano consolidates. So will it fall now? This is what I'm watching. It's what I'm prepared for. It could trade sideways as these moving averages get pulled up to it. This is what I keep saying, I know, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but this is probably the biggest thing that I'm watching. Again, we have this Fibonacci, which is basically the previous swing low back here to swing high. And I'm sorry, right here. So let's take, no, this is right. I don't know what that rectangle is. It's the last 50-day moving average, swing high to swing low. And you know what? I know what I'm doing. Everybody, come on. Swing low to swing high. Actually, now that I mistakenly did that, I want to chart that. Look at this. Swing high to swing low. Cardano right now grappling with this Fibonacci resistance area. And actually within the resistance area, below the 786. And this is a really big deal because this is that last kind of macro lower high that Cardano put in, that Cardano right now is really trying to break. So this Fibonacci, and I'm glad I made that mistake, this Fibonacci that Cardano is kind of trading within is kind of a confirmation area. If we see Cardano get above the 786, and by the way, the 786 around $1.15, if we can start closing daily candles, I think that could be a big deal for Cardano, as Cardano right now, as I do this video, right at around $1.14. If we see just this lack of separation from this area, it's a nice case for Cardano to really fall down to my initial Fibonacci I was trying to chart, which is the support area, the higher low support area. And that is swing low to swing high back down to the 618 around 95 cents and a 786 around 87 cents. If you look at the moving averages, you can see the 50-day moving average almost, I mean, it is perfectly confluent with the 618 and 95 cents. And then the 20 days moved up now, 20-day moving average around $1. So $1 down to 95 cents is probably that area of support for Cardano. And there's my daughter in the background, just chilling and loving life. This is an area of support for Cardano, 95 cents to $1. And it would 100%, in my view, be normal. Even wicking below that into this actual Fibonacci is normal. We want to see if there's support all in there if it happens. And that's what I'm prepared for. To the upside, everybody. I'm just like you. I'm gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna see if Cardano can break above to the upside and test this 200-day moving average. So time will tell. We will see. We track it. This is why we're here doing this. Hit the subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome night, and God bless.